I'm here with Chris in July. July. You're so good.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about direct and indirect communication,
Yes.
right? Do you want to tell us about direct and indirect communication first?
Well, what do you think of when you think of direct communication? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think of a direct, clear ask, where you recognize your need, you ask for what you want, and then the other person says yes or no.
Right. So a little bit more, I think of direct communication, it's also how can I express what I need to express without taking care of your feelings,
Wow, good.
right? So, and if the practice is to be fully expressed, what does that mean? That means I am aware of what my needs are, I'm aware I have the skills to ask for what I need, and if I hear a no, then that's also acceptable.
So you ask for what you need, and then the other person, so you ask for what you need regardless of how the other person may respond.
Exactly.
You take care of your own request, what you think you need in that direct ask, and the other person, it's up to the other person then to meet that or to deny it.
Right.
Right. To say yes or no.
Exactly.
So what's an example of a direct ask?
So an example I often use with clients is, I'll give them an example if they're wanting to hang out with a friend on a Friday night. I'll say, how do you usually ask your friend if they're to hang out? They'll say, well, what are you doing Friday night? Which is really none of your business in the sense that, you're actually asking to hang out, but you're not using those words.
It's kind of a private question, right?
Yes.
What
So
are you
really
up to?
what you want to know is I would like to see you Friday night. Are you available?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that can be, a direct. And so I'm teaching my kids actually, if we're in the car and they want to hear music, instead of saying, can you turn the radio on? It's usually like, I want to hear a song. And so then it's my follow-up question is always like, so what do you need to ask me? Right. So I'm
That's
not clear. I'm not clear on what you're asking.
Yeah.
Or, another one that happens all the time is I'm hungry. Okay. So tell me more about what you need.
So an indirect way of asking is I'm hungry, and a direct way of asking would be I'd like to have a snack, or I'd like to have lunch.
Right.
Or
Or I'd like
dinner.
something to eat.
Yeah.
Right. And so then it becomes clear because it's like, are you making a statement or are you asking me a question?
Yeah.
Because I'm hungry is just a statement
Yeah. Yeah.
that we're interpreting and making assumptions. And a lot of times we make assumptions when we're communicating casually. And, I usually get resistance from clients that are like, well, who speaks like that? But those are usually clients that grew up in a passive environment or passive aggressive environment where a lot of assumptions are being made about what somebody's thinking or feeling or doing. Right.
So a direct way of asking, in the first example, what are you doing Friday night, or I'd like to see you Friday night. A direct way of asking would sound like, I'd like to see you Friday night. Are you available? Or I'd like to have dinner Friday night. Are you free around 8?
Yes.
Right? And the indirect way of asking is, what are you doing Friday night?